That's what someone told me. Don't shoot me, but that's what I
I'm
was
gonna
told
shoot you.
from.
Yeah.
It was Lefty's Lair, I believe. They played the demo.
All right.
I
Shoot
believe
her.
they were the
No,
ones
I'm
that
kidding.
told me. Hello and welcome back to the Next Play podcast, a gaming and pop culture podcast brought to you by the team at Next Play. I'm your host Jamie, and joining me today is Brad
Hello.
and Berto.
Hello.
On today's show, we'll be discussing a bunch of your video game hot takes that you've sent in to us, which includes the Uncharted 4 script being nonsense and are the Horizon games overrated. All this will be discussed and more during the show. But first, a message from Brad.
Hey, you. Torkel and I have noticed most of you aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you have a spare second, click the subscribe button right below. Or if you're listening to us on audio streaming services, give us a 5-star review, as it really does help us out. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the show.
Thanks, Brad. Always enlightening. So, as always, we will start the show with what we've been playing, listening, watching. For me, not much. I'm literally still on Dead Island 2, which I was talking about in the last pod. I think I've put in maybe 30 minutes since then. I really have not had time to play it all. I have bought some stuff. I've got, I think, the Ghost of Yotai controllers on the way. I got notified of that today.
Me
I
too.
pre-ordered the Rosalina book that finally got put up on
did you?
EB Games. Yeah, I
That
think
was
it
a
looks
lot
adorable.
cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
How
I
much?
thought they were
So-
going to charge...
I think it was $44.95. That's not too bad. Like some
I've
books
seen it
already.
a
If you
bit
go to a
cheaper
bookstore
too.
for like a kid's book, it's like $25. So I was like, oh yeah, that's
Mm.
all right. I'll read it to my kid. So
Mm.
pre-ordered that. Bought a few other steel
Jeff will
books.
be proud.
He will
He would.
represent. But yeah, on the gaming front, not a lot. I was initially going to go for the platinum on Dead Island 2, but I've decided, nah, I'm not like Birdo. I'm not obsessed with getting these platinums. I'm just going to move on to the next thing. So, we're going to move over to what I've been watching. So I'm up to date with all the Peacemaker, the last episode and the reveal. Like I had heard rumors that that's the way they were heading. I won't spoil it for people listening, but still hilarious show. Like I've adored this season so far. You're watching it, Brad, are you?
Yeah, but I'm not up to date. I have fallen
Right.
a bit flat when it comes to that and Alien, whatever that, Alien Earth or whatever it's called. Yeah,
I haven't watched that.
yeah.
Well, aside from that, we finished off Invincible season 3 a couple of days ago. Is anyone up with that?
No,
No,
I've
No,
only watched
alright.
season 1.
my watching days are over.
All right. Well, I really love season 3. For anyone that's listening at home, I'm talking to you. It was great. The last 2 episodes were just like brutal AF. It was just nonstop. So I'm really keen for the next season for that, which apparently they're going to start trying to release every year. So, very excited for that.
How many seasons?
Well, I just watched
There's-
season 3, but I think
there's
that
only
the
3.
series, yeah, the comic book series, I think goes for quite a bit. So I don't know how
does
many
it?
seasons
Okay.
they end up doing. Yeah, yeah, who knows how much it's going to be. Brad, what have you been doing?
Yes. Not a lot. I did play Lego Party on the weekend with Alex and Nate on the team. Very fun. I would say it's like on par with Mario Party. It definitely has its own identity, which is fantastic. Uh but yeah, lots of fun. It still has that Lego humor, and one of the best things I found, like compared to Mario Party, is the mini games. I find like a lot more fun and challenging. I don't know if that's because like Mario Party, like after a while you feel like, not that you've played them all, but like over iterations, like some of the mini games kind of feel the same. But so you do the mini game against the other players, before the round starts, and then whoever wins obviously gets like the most most bricks or whatever, and then that determines the order that you go in for that round. So if I won a mini game, I'd like roll my dice first in the next round. Whereas like in Mario Party, like the order's kind of just set, and almost whoever goes first every round kind of has a leg up to some extent. So that really definitely changes the dynamic a bit, because if you're all kind of in an area and there's like gold, they're not gold stars, but if there's a star near you and you're all like within 6 spaces of the star, you know that you need to win the next mini game to be able to get that star first, because then you'll get to roll first. So I really did like that part.
Question.
Yeah, I will have a review. Yeah,
Am I incorrect that that's from the devs that did Moving Out?
it is. Yeah, they did. It
Yeah, right.
They
and
make
it,
fun games.
they
Mm.
do. Yeah, I don't really have much negative to say about it. I will obviously like reflect a bit more on my time with it in my review, but just from the top of my head, there's not much I would change about that game at all.
That's good.
Yeah. Uh, well, yeah, just a lot of Survivor watching. Since the last episode, I've watched 2 more seasons. It's like,
Far
it is
out.
Jeez.
so good.
Good work.
It is
Don't they have
so
like 30
freaking good.
episodes each season as well?
Like 24.
Jeez.
And each
Good
episode
effort,
is like
TV.
an hour. So,
Good effort.
uh, yeah, no, it's good. Very good. But that is why I haven't been keeping up with Peacemaker and Alien.
Survivor has trumped it all.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, I
I
can't
did used to be
highly.
obsessed when I was growing up.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll go and watch the American um seasons, because I don't know. I feel like, not saying Americans are annoying, but
I say tread
some of
carefully.
them, yeah, I don't know. It's just like kind of cool, like watching Australians do it, because like,
Yeah,
I don't know,
just sporting
it's
local.
just
That's all.
nice. It is, yeah, supporting local. Um, Other than that, I don't think I've played anything. I will hopefully be getting Ghost of Yotei tomorrow. I also got the controller. Randomly, my phone said that it was delivered today, and I was like, no, it's not. But that was just an issue with like Apple's predicting thing that they do with the orders. But yeah, I'm excited to get that. So yeah, that is me.
Yeah, that controller looks gorgeous. And it's really cool that an Aussie dev team was able to work with Lego as well. So I think that's really cool as well.
Yeah. Sorry, they also like that they have a whole map dedicated to Ninjago as well, which is like obviously very popular in the Lego universe, and
Mm.
the way that they crafted that map, like it would send fans into a frenzy.
Cool. Oh, I'm glad they've done so well because, yeah, Moving Out
Mm,
1 and 2. Got the platinums for both of those. Really fun games.
nice.
Berto, now I
Yeah,
believe you can tell us about everything you've been playing and maybe dive into your Silent Hill F review as well after that.
yeah. Easy. That's all I've been doing. So we'll start there.
We'll just go
Um,
straight into it.
nah. Look, I haven't been watching anything. I've just been playing Silent Hill F. Just with the controller, I noticed you two got the Ghost of Yotei one. I didn't get it. I think it's the first time we all haven't got the same controller at one point, because I
I
think we've all
I
been pre-ordering mostly.
I
Mm.
also ordered the black and white one for
Yeah, I
that
remember you
too.
saying. That one looks
Um
nice too.
Mm.
And just while we're on that topic, the God of War one, how do you guys feel about that?
It does
Underwhelmed.
look striking, but it is a bit basic. Like I've seen
It,
better
Yeah.
fan
yeah,
ones.
It can look better. That's the problem. I think I like the concept and the idea, the whole, taking after his whatever it is, I guess scarred, colored or whatever he was, war
mm,
paint. And I like the idea, but just it's so simple. It's a little too
it's
simple.
it's kind of like
They
the Death
tend to do
Stranding
that a
2
lot.
one. Like this year, they've had a lot of simple ones. Like the Concord one was fantastic. Obviously, the
Yeah.
30th
Mm.
anniversary controllers. Even Final Fantasy 16 had a bit of pizzazz to it too. But
I even thought the
yeah, like
Spider-Man one was very basic as well. Like
I
I was like, oh, really? That's it? I
yeah,
didn't even get it because I thought it was
yeah.
basic. Yeah, there's not
I
much
mean,
going
I
on there.
I got it,
Some,
but
not
yeah.
really. Like it's fine. Like I probably like this more than the God of War one.
oh yeah, I'd agree with
Yeah.
that. I'm curious what the box would look like though, because like if I do end up getting it, like I'll just keep it boxed. So if the box is really cool looking, I'll pay
Yeah.
$140 for that.
Yes.
I'm buying them all lately, like you guys are, but just I don't know what it is lately. Like I look at Xbox controllers, right? And yes, we can make fun of their library or whatever, but their controllers are amazing. Like
Mm.
they
They do
they
put
really
more
are
effort.
some of the best designed. The Starfield one, Horizon one, um, the Doom one, and then you got the
Mm.
God of War, red stripe, red trigger, white
Hell,
controller essentially.
I love Astrobot, but they made another one where it's just like he's blinking.
Yeah, I'm
And
pretty
like
Yeah.
disappointed with that one too. And it's like,
yeah,
oh,
like
you're
Yeah.
just making. I think they're taking it a little bit. To be honest, they're taking
Yeah.
advantage of us just a
I thought
bit.
it would have been a bit different than just the
mm,
gamepad changed, but yeah.
I didn't get
Yeah,
it in the end, but I was
I didn't
tempted, but
either.
I just didn't bother.
No.
Um. So anyway, look. Apart from that, I've been playing Kirby, and I really need to remember the names of the games that I play. But for Switch 2 with the upgrade pack, Star Crossed World, I think it's called.
It's
Forgotten
it's
Land, I
Kirby
believe.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus
Star.
DLC. I don't know.
Yes, for the Switch 2. I've been playing that a
Yeah.
bit. I'm getting a little further into it, and I think I mentioned it last week that it's not for me. It's still not for me, but I appreciate it for what it is. It's actually a
Yeah.
pretty well made video game, platformer.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
and the whole time I'm playing, I'm thinking about you, Jamie, because obviously you've played it before, and I know you're probably going, "What is
I
this guy
liked it.
thinking when I'm playing it?"
Mm.
Yeah, it's fun. DLC, I finally got into it. It unlocks pretty quickly. And I'm just revisiting stages, but just a little bit of a remix to it. I haven't
Oh
delved
really?
enough
Mm.
into it, obviously. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, yeah, still enjoying my time with it. How long is it, the game? Do you know, Jamie?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't think it was super long because I played the whole thing with my partner. Um,
Mm.
and it's just a Kirby game, so I want to say 7 to like 9 hours,
Oh,
maybe.
really?
Yeah, I don't think it was that long from memory.
Mm.
Mm. Okay, that's good. It's not overstaying its mark. It's just it's cute and surprising. I'm really appreciating the platforming after some pretty difficult games,
I was
and
gonna say you probably
obviously,
have whiplash from going from Liza P to Kirby.
yeah,
Such polar opposite. So I looked on how long to beat the main story. If you just beeline 10.5 hours.
I'm beelining it. I'm Kirby lining it, honestly. Um, but then that takes me to Silent Hill. So I this is the fastest I've ever finished a game. 3 days. From
Jesus.
when I received it. I was very fortunate to have some time this weekend,
Mm.
because I stayed indoors watching a lot of footy on all codes. So I was like, okay, in between all the games, why don't I game? Um, how do I start this review? I mean, the review will be up obviously when this is up, and
Mm.
I
What's your history with Silent Hill? Maybe
from the
gauge
beginning,
that.
PlayStation 1, loved it, loved the demo. The demo came with, I feel like it came with Metal Gear Solid or something like that.
Mm.
Um, because they were both Konami games, and fell in love
Mm.
then. I was like, I need to buy this. So played it from the very beginning. Played Silent Hill 2. Played Silent Hill 3. Didn't play all the spin-offs that
Random.
much. Just stayed the mainline ones. What are your experiences with it? Just so I can kind of like gauge my expectations
I
I
of what to
played the
chat.
spin-off on Vita. That's all I
Yeah, of
played.
course you did. Yeah, you're probably the DS version. Yeah.
I
It was like a dungeon crawler.
Oh man.
I remember watching my dad play Silent 2 on PlayStation 1. Obviously, I don't remember much except him running through fog and scary things jumping out.
Mm.
And otherwise, I did play maybe 3 to 5 hours of the Silent Hill 2 remake last year.
Yeah.
Um, it was good. I liked it. I think something else came out and I just didn't go back to it. So I'd probably have to start from scratch if I went back.
Mm. I think I had to sit on it. I think I told you that, Brad, privately. I sat on it for a day after I passed it to write, and I struggled initially to write how I felt. In the end,
Mm,
I've settled that I thought it was great, and it is a great game because what I needed to do, and a lot of people might take umbrage to what I'll say next, but you have to remove your feelings towards what a Silent Hill title should be as to what it is that you're playing. And Silent Hill is like many other, you know, video game franchises where if they wander a little bit too far from the for whatever made them popular to you, people seem to have some sort of like negative attachment to it. You know, like Breath of the Wild was so different to the Zelda formula. It deviated to an extent where it became so popular for many, but also those familiar with the old Zelda were like, you know, you can't go that far. This isn't a Zelda game, you know, and that's why bit of a rant, but like Nintendo games are generally great, like Mario games, because they change it every single time. So
mm,
Silent Hill F is very different to Silent Hill. It's not a Silent Hill. If you were to remove Silent Hill the name, it would make sense. Put it that way. Um, Obviously the fog, the psychological impact of, I guess, the well-being of the main character, and all that, I guess, horror themed aspects of it still remain.
mm,
So, like, the skeleton of Silent Hill still exists. Excuse me, but the flesh of it's completely different, and I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, the settings in Japan. It's never really been in Japan. Silent Hill's
mm.
notorious for being American. This is very Japanese. I played it all in the Japanese language with
Yeah.
subtitles because it just felt, I guess, authentic. It felt like the right
Mm,
thing to do. Um,
mm.
I think Jamie, you do the same thing when you play Yakuza games. And
Mikey would
the
hate you
voice.
Mm,
for the
mm.
Japanese
Oh, really?
subtitles on the screen. I remember he
Oh,
had a
yeah,
whole
that's
rant
right.
about it back in the day.
Yeah, I think it's one of our hot takes. And it the performance, the visual aspects. I'll talk about the great stuff.
Mm,
Visually, art direction, music, presentation, phenomenal. The fact that Konami, they haven't really made very many games, right? They've only made what do you call it?
Pachinko machines.
Gambling games. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then to all of a sudden create something as beautiful as this and directed so well, it's like just gorgeous. It's done so well. Um, and I appreciate Konami for doing this. I don't appreciate them taking over 12 years to make another Silent Hill, but I love it. The biggest differences that a lot of people would be challenged by it is that it is so Japanese. It isn't about a man and his depression and his loneliness. It's about a young girl and what being a young girl is like in 1960s Japan. And it has a lot of attachments to Japanese culture and Japanese mythology. So it's very different. And I think that's why I loved it because it was so unique. And I think I'm one of those rare players where I've played the old games, loved the old games, but I'm happy to let them be. You know, if I
mm.
wanted to revisit something, I can just play the remake, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't need another one of the same. I appreciate when they do something different and it pays off. And I think this pays off really, really well. I'm seeing a lot of discourse around that. A lot of people saying they don't like that it's not Silent Hill. Um, to that, I say give it a go. I think if you hate it because it's not Silent Hill, you have Silent Hill games already available to play. So
Mm.
this is still Silent Hill in nature, like I said, but it's not fully fleshed out to be one.
I have a question. How is it not Silent Hill apart from the setting? Like, do you like can you see it being influenced by like the Resident Evils of the last 6 years? Like as a
Graphically, yeah.
third person horror adventure game, is it not just graphically, but just like the way it plays too? Because obviously the Silent Hill games were not quite like that, but like that was also like over 20 years ago. So
Yeah. Um,
what are
gameplay
they
wise,
upset about? What are people upset about?
number one is the combat. So there's a lot more fighting in this, and the fighting is very similar to. I hate saying this, kind of like Dark Souls, okay? And I know. Excuse me, but the reason I say that is because the way that you swing your weapon, it has weight. If it hits the
Mm,
sides of things, you won't get a full hit. Like it's very receptive to environment and
mm,
to physics and everything like that. So when you're fighting someone, usually in Silent Hill, it's not done in this way. It's
mm,
different. You know what I mean?
mm.
Um, whereas this is all melee combat. There's no guns or anything like that as well. So the other
Well,
part of it is like,
why would a 16-year-old girl have a gun in Japan?
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not America.
exactly. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
America.
it's
It's
not.
not Silent Hill in America. Um,
No.
but it's just the way that combat. Sometimes it's forced, and that's very new for Silent Hill. Silent Hill usually has a few combat areas, but it doesn't have it as much as this. Specifically, even at the end, and a lot of it can be kind of you can't just run through it. You can kind of just run through the whole process of it. Um,
Mm,
but this is what I mean. Like it's all it's doing is it's taking something that's 20 years old, bringing it to the future, adding some new elements that are influenced by the Resident Evils. I would say over the last 6 years, tried to take its own take on what combat should be like in a new Silent Hill. You know, weapon degradation, toolkits to repair them, upgrades, you know, health upgrades, stamina upgrades, sanity upgrades, like different systems that are in place. Like it's whereas Silent Hill before it's like this is a man and he's lonely and he's going through so many traumatic problems. Let's explore his
mm,
psyche in a very obtuse way with very minimal combat and a lot more scares. And
mm,
to be fair, like the story is so heavy in this. It's there's a there's a place in around 3/4 mark where the story just takes a turn where you won't believe it. And I still consider it to be crazy that they took it that way, but it fits with the narrative of a Japanese horror, essentially.
mm,
It's so different. It's hard to
mm,
explain how without spoiling anything. It's just
mm.
unique. They're trying something different, and I really, really, really think it's
The
great that
whole
they did.
tone's different.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because
Mm,
the way that Silent Hill also works is that you have your normal, you know, I guess there's two different worlds. You know, like the real world and then the
yeah,
other world, like the Silent
yeah,
Hill world. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So they do that here, but the way it's presented is almost like a television series where each chapter
Okay.
is like present Silent Hill, present Silent Hill, like you know, other world or whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying
Mm,
Silent Hill because it's easy, but
yeah.
just that momentum, it like builds slowly, hits a crescendo around 3/4 mark, and then it just goes totally insane. Like you're like,
Mm.
what is this game? At the end, I was like that Simpsons meme when he's watching Twin Peaks. I was like, yeah, this is brilliant, but I have no idea what's going on. Like I really don't.
Mm.
Do you guys have
I
any
do have one
questions so
question.
far? Yeah.
So, well, two questions. One, I saw someone else give opinions they had finished, and they were saying, yeah, the story is very much fleshed out if you read like collectibles, I believe, or
Yep.
manuscripts or something like that. Um, is there enough like if you don't go hunting for the story that you'll still at least comprehend where you get to in the end? Or is it worth doing the searching?
It's worth doing the searching. Yeah.
Okay.
Never once did I feel bored. Like, you know how
Mm.
sometimes when you want to get to an end, you're kind of like pushing yourself?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's so well paced. It's that I wasn't really bored. It's only 10 hours long, right?
Mm.
But you can make it much longer if you wanted to. But I was exploring everything, picking up everything, reading everything. It wasn't too heavy.
Okay.
The only problem though that you know that you raised, and I don't want to take too much time of it now, but like to get the full story, you got to beat it again. But that's a Silent Hill thing. Silent Hill always does that. They always go, you know, here's the story, and then, you know, it ends on a certain cliffhanger, and you're like, try New Game Plus, get it differently. So I have, and I've played a bit at the beginning, and it is a little bit different. Like I'm getting more context. Things that didn't make sense to me the first time make sense
Yeah.
to me now because I just experienced the whole thing. So
Okay.
hopefully that answers your question.
No, that does. My second one, just for my own curiosity, and if it's spoiler, you don't have to. But what does F
Yeah.
actually mean? Is there a reason why it's called F, or
I
does that have to
think
do
there
with the
is,
narrative?
but yeah, I
Is
think
it
I know
fog?
what it is.
Is that what it stands for? F for fog?
No, I don't think so. No.
Mm.
Although it can. It's so random. I can't even begin to explain to you how crazy it gets. I want to spoil it so bad.
Please don't.
There's just
No,
a
don't do that.
there's just a I don't know, like I said, the online discourse that I see is that it gets a little, for lack of a better word, batshit crazy. And it does. It really does.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I have a question. Well, I have a couple. Okay, so first of all, is it
Mm.
scary?
Yeah, initially. But then what happened? Okay, I'm terrible with horror games, just so everyone knows. I had to play with the lights
The
on or
bunny
daylight
suit.
only. Pretty much the bunny suit. Um and I changed to suit. You can change suits anytime you want, so it's easy. But it was so funny because there'd be something really serious and bloody and depressing and bodies hanging everywhere, and then you see this pink bunny just walking in. Anyway, it is scary. It just keeps that like that feeling that you have in horror movies where there's something gonna happen, but we're not gonna that tension. It just builds.
Yeah, yeah.
Anticipation.
Yeah. So
Mm.
it stays there a lot, and it's annoying because you don't seem to get that feeling of relaxation. Sometimes you do, because the scare jumps aren't that high. It's more creepy. It's more kind of like bloody. It's more psychological. It's different.
Mm.
It's not as scary as all the other Silent Hills. I think they're worse. It's not even as scary as Resident Evil, in my opinion, because it became a little bit too combat heavy, kind of like at the end of Resident Evil games sometimes. It kind of diminishes it, but it's very freaky. It's just
Okay.
annoying. Certain scenes you're like, oh man, do I have to go through these scary corridors again? So
And the answer is yes.
yeah, you do.
So, uh, so we've had Silent 2 remake, which was received quite well.
Yeah,
Now we have Silent Hill F. Do you
yeah.
think this is like the series going back up to like what it's well known for? Because I think it was the PS3, maybe even PS2 and PS3 era. Like they
Mhm.
had a couple of shockers
Stinkers.
released. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yes, this is a return to form. My understanding, it's the best-selling Silent Hill game now. It sold over
It,
1 million
1
copies.
million copies in a few days. That is
Yep.
crazy.
No.
So, like, again, the fans were thirsty, and that's why I
Mm.
think there's also a bit of discourse because they're like, this isn't what I remember. It's an interpretation of what you really want it to be at the end of the day. But they're remaking Silent Hill 1 as well, which is
Yeah.
great, and it's complementary to Silent Hill 2, and 3 is complementary to 1. So I think they're on the rise. I think the games are selling well. So yeah, nostalgia is back if it's done well. I just hope they continue to make games like this. To be honest, it's
Mm,
so well made. I really
mm.
enjoyed it. It's a great game, and I highly recommend people play it.
Well, I'm gonna do a quick shameless plug. I will be starting Silent Hill F soon, and there will be a YouTube video up within days of this podcast. So go check that out if you're not listening to this straight away.
Yeah,
It will be there.
Just in time for Halloween.
pretty
What
Yes.
much.
score did you give it in the end, Berto?
8.5.
8.5.
Yeah,
Solid.
there were a couple of technical issues that I had. I thought maybe worth mentioning. I've only had it. I spoke to other people that were reviewing it. They didn't have this situation, so I can't say that it's limited to me. Might be, but yeah,
Mm.
just jarring frame rate drops, but not normal. Just really different. Like it's almost like
Maybe it's the
screen tearing.
textures on the bunny suit. Maybe that's a problem.
Maybe I broke the
Probably.
game. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, it sounds like it's. To be honest, this will go on my wish list, especially with the fact you were talking about mythology. I think I've spoken about on the podcast before. I love games that explore that
Oh,
stuff,
it's
and
huge.
Mm.
I love Japanese culture, mythology. So yeah, this is definitely on
Massive.
the list of stuff I want to buy. But we're going to move on to the next segment of the show. A very special segment. We're going to be dealing with some hot takes that people have provided us. So we've got 4 that we're going to tackle. Firstly, Nate, one of the next players on.
Hi,
Fault Runner, if
Nate.
you want to give them a follow on the socials. They have stated the Horizon games review scores are much higher than they ought to be, and most people are just caught up with how beautiful the game looks. Now, just to point out to people listening, they're not so much questions, they're just opinions. We're just going to be giving our thoughts on them, if we agree, if we don't. Who wants to tackle the Horizon scores first?
Oh, well.
Like, guess
Berto
what they
just
are?
spoke. No, but I do have them ready. I did
Okay,
research.
Then you go. You go for it.
All right. So, generally speaking, the Metacritic score for Horizon Zero Dawn is 89, user score of 8.3, and Horizon Forbidden West is 88 and user score 8. So, roughly the same for each, to be honest. I have to disagree with this take. Well, at least for the first game, because I haven't really played much of Forbidden West, so I can't really comment on what that does and doesn't do well.
Mhm.
I don't really like getting an idea of what a game should be scored without playing it myself or playing a significant amount. But I think I've said it multiple times on this podcast. It took me a few goes to fully get into Horizon Zero Dawn. It wasn't until just before Forbidden West came out that I actually played through all of Horizon Zero Dawn and platinumed it. And
Yeah,
Nice.
right.
the way that story went in the first game with what Aloy ended up finding out about everything
So good.
was beautiful. I loved
Mhm.
it. I was completely encapsulated by it, and which prompted me to actually go and platinum that, because what I said last week is I like platinuming games that I feel like a connection to, because then I get to see every corner of that game, every piece of lore, like every collectible that's in the world, everything. Granted,
Mhm.
I won't do that with just any game. So I feel like that speaks volumes on itself. But um, other than that, I think graphically for its time, definitely one of the best looking games. Probably the best looking game when that was released. I think the color palette does uh really boost that because it's very beautiful. Lots of foliage, lots of bright greens, bright blues. Aloy's orange hair. It's just, yeah, the color palette's great. I liked the combat and like the huge, not events, but like taking down those some of those giant robots is insane. You feel so good after doing it. Even the open world itself, I didn't really have issues with it either. I thought it was quite contained. It didn't feel like there was too much in it. Not like some of the game. It's not like an Assassin's Creed game where it's just filled with junk. It each like even little like camp or whatever helped tell the story of that world, and I think it did it quite well. So I will disagree with this hot take and say that Horizon is definitely an 8 out of 10 or above. Anyone else?
I'm gonna take the ball next here. So I have platinum both games. I
Here
think
we
the
go.
first game's incredibly special. I honestly do. It's way more than just the visuals. It's this. The visuals are gorgeous, like you said. The post apocalyptic world of like society's now been sort of reclaimed by the world, and then we're starting again as humans. Um, and the personal story with Aloy and how it all tied into the whole catastrophe was brilliant. I loved it. And you talk about the combat. It's really intricate with the combat if you want to play it that way. You can go in and just shoot whatever, but if you want to put out traps and you want to set it all up, it can be super satisfying and you can just own the battlefield. And I still remember the first time I faced off against a Thunderjaw or a Stormbird because I had seen
Yeah.
Thunderjaw in the marketing and everything. But when Stormbirds are bloody, absolutely horrendous to fight. But that was super special for me. So, and as we haven't even touched on the soundtrack. I have tracks from both
Yeah.
games on my Spotify playlist because they're just
Mm.
incredible soundtracks. So, I feel how I do with Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild with Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. I think I've made that
Yeah.
comparison before on the show where
Mm.
I think Forbidden West is probably the better game, but I feel that first game is a lot more special, especially with the narrative.
Mm.
I feel like the
Yeah.
narrative, the second one, whilst I still appreciate it and the hints that it is making for the next game, I don't feel like it hits as strongly as that first game did for me. And it's the same of, you know, you've fought some of these creatures before, and I know they introduce a lot of different ones in the second game and everything, but I feel like that first game is just a lot more special. In terms of the open world, it's like you were talking about. I actually feel Forbidden West does suffer from bloat a bit. It does feel more Ubisoft like, and that's me going for the platinum with it. So that was my own sort of
That
issue.
map
But I've
is
spoke,
like massive compared to Zero Dawn, isn't it?
yeah, and
Plus
it
the
just feels
DLC
like
too.
I enjoyed the DLC for what it was, but I
Mm.
will say that yeah, I just feel like they just flooded the map, and it was just like let's
Mm.
just put more in for the sake of it. Whereas in the first game, sure you had your collectibles and everything, but everything there felt like it was, as you said, adding to the world, building on the lore, and you wanted to
Mm.
go and search it out. Whereas in Forbidden West, I sort of felt like I was just following a checkbox to get it all done at
Yeah.
that point.
Mm.
So to circle back to the actual take, I probably flat out disagree with it. Um, I think the second game is probably sitting around that 8 mark, whereas I feel like that first one, at least for me, I feel like it's really special, and probably about a 9 for me. I literally have it hanging on the wall over here, print of Horizon. So I really love it, but yeah, I don't think it's just looks at all. There's so much more substance to the experience at all. So sorry, Nate, but you're not right. Berto, do you have
Um,
much to say on this one?
yeah, look, not to add, you guys have pretty much hit the points that I was going to hit anyway. And no, we're going through these hot takes quickly, but thanks, Nate, for the hot take. I'm going to go with pretty much a 50-50. Like, I agree with the second game. Played the first, loved the first. It's so much better. And your comparison to how you mentioned Jamie Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is so spot on. It's so true. Like,
It's a good one.
yeah, it actually is. I didn't finish Forbidden West because I was bored. It was too bloated. It was too much. I was like, it gave me the same feeling as Spider-Man 2 in a way. I was like, why are we doing this? Like, this feels so much the same as the first, and it's lost a lot of its spark. And that spark is what's beautiful about the first one. I don't think it looks graphically. It's got nothing to do with it. For me, it was the story and the way it was presented. And I
Mm.
love anything post-apocalyptic and how, it has those grand reveals and you're like, hell yeah, this is awesome. You get to see the world before and after in some instances. It was a lot of fun. So they're much higher than they ought to be. The second one is 100%. I think that's probably a 7 out of 10 for me. I think I genuinely didn't think it was that great. It was just a very solid video game, which is fine. Um, but no, the first one deserves the praise it got. It's just unfortunate that both games were released around the time that two one-of-a-kind video games were released in Breath of the Wild for the first, and I think it was a Baldur's Gate
Yes.
for the second one. So,
Didn't the expansion
unfortunate.
release around something big as well?
Was it Baldur's Gate for the second one?
No.
I think it may have been,
Or
but I
it
could
was
also
another
be
big
wrong.
game. It totally stole the thunder of it. I feel like it was.
It wasn't
I
Elden
feel
Ring,
like-
was it?
It
Oh,
was.
yeah,
It
it
was,
was
Elden
Elden Ring.
Ring.
I think the expansion released around Baldur's Gate. I think I could be wrong.
Yeah, was it? So 1, 2, 3.
I
Oh,
again,
Lord.
don't quote me on that, but I could be wrong. But it does seem to be a recurring thing. So when they announce Horizon 3, get prepared for like a very big video game to come out around there.
But that's the problem in itself, and maybe that's what Nate was also mentioning. Maybe not. That like it's presenting a game at the time, right? And its contemporaries are saying, "No, this is how you should do a better game." Do you get what I mean? So like, it's not advancing its open world criticisms or its gameplay to a level that you go, "Wow, this is phenomenal." Because Breath of the Wild smashed it out of the park, and if it was next to Elden Ring, that smashed it even further. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah.
I get you there. All right, so going to move on to the next one now. Now, am I
Yep.
mistaken that this is our Alex?
It is not our Alex.
It is not. Okay.
Okay.
Unknown Alex here. It's Alex.
Mm.
They have a take. A game does not have greater merit for being difficult or grueling. Dark Souls games are good because they balance challenge and reward, not just because they're for skilled gamers. Now, I don't have a bunch to say on this, but I'm going to grab the ball first. I will say I've only finished Dark Souls 2 and I've only finished Bloodborne as well. Loved Bloodborne. I've already stated that before. That was more my style, the fast paced. Whenever you get hit, to get straight back into the battle and try and get your health back. I love that whole mentality behind it. But I would say, well, I don't think just because something's more challenging, it means anything really in terms of if you can beat it or not. I think the hardcore love that whole aspect of it, and they put your feather in the cap. But I think you shared something the other day, Berto, where it's just like a woman won a tournament whilst holding a baby.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat.
And that's way more of a feather in the cap than anything else. But if we're touching on Dark Souls, I personally, with my experience with Dark Souls 2, I didn't feel like it was super rewarding. Like, the challenge is the reward. So if you don't like the challenge, you probably won't feel like it's rewarding. Because you're not randomly getting a bunch of loot or getting a new skin or upgrades here. You're just getting gradually better. Your stats maybe a little bit better, and you're moving on. It's the overcoming of something so challenging. That's where the satisfaction comes from, at least from my experience with the Soul games. But I think you've played more, so what's your thoughts?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just rereading how he's posed or her how they've posed the question. Doesn't have greater merit for being difficult or grueling. They're good because they balance challenge and reward. That's true. Not just because they're for skilled gamers. Well, the thing is, you got to be skilled to get to a point where you can get over the challenges that it presents to you. in a way. Like it's as you say, it's um you can't go out and run a marathon straight away. You're gonna have to train, and that's what most of these games do. They introduce all these gameplay elements at the beginning, and you don't even realize it unless you're very self-aware that they're trying to get you ready for the next boss that'll be exactly as you're progressing through the
Mm.
video game. So, um, I
I
agree
think
on
I
the
think
take.
I think what Alex is saying is that like because they are challenging, like people who are good at games,
Mm.
um, like it's not because people that are good at games play them. It's
Yeah.
because
Okay.
of how they are created to balance that challenge and reward.
Then it 100% agree. 100%
Mm.
agree. Because like even if we go back to that whole analogy of running a marathon, right? You us three could run a marathon. The thing is, we would just have to train,
I
right?
wouldn't run a marathon, but yeah.
You wouldn't, but
I'd
you could.
smash it.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, but by training and applying yourself to what you needed to do
Mm,
to get to become a skilled runner, or in this
mm,
case, skilled player. So
mm.
yeah, I played Dark Souls. I played Bloodborne. Um, got the trilogy, 2 and 3, Dark Souls 2 and 3. Haven't played them yet though. Platinumed Elden Ring, um, because I seem to love these games so much, and I genuinely love the formula a lot. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. So
Mm.
I think they're great because they do have a bit of challenge and reward. Because sometimes Dark Soul like games that pretend to be like Dark Souls intentionally do not get that balance right, and it's
Yeah.
grueling for a shit take. So like
Mm.
Lords of the Fallen, I played and I gave it a very poor review, but it deserved it because it was unfair. It was not rewarding. It was challenging for the worst parts of a Dark Souls, which is let's just make it hard for no reason, you know? Let's put this boss right here in the middle of this one room where you can't do anything. Like it's stupid, absolutely stupid. So I agree with it. It's true. It's all about the challenge and overcoming.
Mm. I'm not really a Souls-like baddie, so I don't have much to say on this.
That's a good term.
I do
I'll
I've
change
never
my
heard
like
in my
name.
I
life.
Dark Souls
I
baddie. I
I
like.
do agree with that hot take though, because as we have seen that influx of Souls-like games, and of course, generally all of them are for skilled gamers, and not all of them are good. So
Yeah.
yeah,
On to our third hot take. This is from Ellie on social media. Ellie Dewhurst. Pretty much
Ellie,
nailed that.
do worst.
Do your worst. All right. My hot take is that co-op games should be shorter, like It Takes Two, because as adults we get minimal time to link up with friends to play games. So most of the time, these amazing games go unfinished because they require such a big time input, and finishing a game together is half the fun. I'm gonna steal first go at this one as well because this is very relevant to me as someone, as I've mentioned on the show, started split fiction before I had child. Now
Mm.
with child, no split fiction. So just hard to find time. I think we got
Get
about
a better
halfway,
partner.
but anyways, not
Oh,
just on that.
no. Nope.
I would agree that I would love just more co-op games, especially couch co-op games in general, or at least have the option to do couch co-op. Like for a game that's coming out very soon, Little Nightmares 3, I was quite shocked when someone
Yeah.
pointed out to me that it doesn't have couch co-op. I was just
Oh,
under the
Doesn't
doesn't
it?
it?
assumption that it would. That's what someone told me. Don't shoot me, but that's what I
I'm
was
gonna shoot
told
you.
from
Yeah.
it was Lefty's Lair, I believe. They played the demo.
All right.
I
Shoot
believe
her.
they were the
No,
ones
I'm
that told me.
kidding.
I will Google it while someone else is talking now. But yeah, I love more couch co-op stuff. Like that's just one of the main reasons I love my Switch was Nintendo embraces that. They just want you to have
Mm,
fun. They always throw in a second option, like even with the most recent Luigi's Mansion, just having you play as Gooigi. You know,
mm,
it was just like here
Yeah.
you can have a second player if you want. You don't. It doesn't really change anything, but it just makes it more fun. So, I love games, and even here, like if they were more like on the shorter side, So like what comes to mind is both Unraveled games. Unsure if anyone's played those. Like
Yeah, they're
they're
great.
around like they're a couple hours long, but like
Beautiful
they're
music.
not super challenging. Gorgeous visuals. Um, that experience of playing a game side by side with someone is just incredibly special. So
Mm.
I think having more experiences like that is just a good thing. So yeah, I completely agree with this. Brad, what are your thoughts?
I wouldn't necessarily say they should be shorter, but I would like to see more co-op games at a shorter length, like A Way Out, for example. Um, Split Fiction, I thought it was like I don't know if it seemed to drag at the end of it or if it was because I was trying to get the review out, so I was just like, come on, let's just be finished with this already. But yeah, as adults, I do think like it just in general is harder to fit gaming in, let alone co-op gaming, because then you have to like organize two people.
Coordinate, yeah.
Yeah. Um yeah, I guess I would like some shorter co-op games. Or even like I don't know, like The Forest. That was like not too long, but like it could have gone longer if you like spent more time building your base or something.
Mm.
Kind of you could go at a leisurely pace because it's not kind of sandbox, but like it's like you can build a base, but then there's also that main story to follow too. So I'm like kind of 50-50 on this hot take.
I
But
like
yes,
shorter games
I
in general, to be honest.
yeah, yeah. But in general, I wouldn't
Oh,
say many co-op games are long.
so yeah.
Split Fiction would have been like 10 hours in
How long
total.
is it to beat It Takes Two
Uh,
and Split Fiction?
I,
Same
w-
time?
I would I would say
I'll get back to
around the same.
Okay.
Um, but then you
Fact
also
checking.
have games like Borderlands 4, which go on forever, and it can go on forever because I'm pretty sure that's just how those types of games are. But yeah, like stuff like uh what is it, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, A Way Out, like those
fantastic.
shorter co-op games, brilliant. And like
Mm.
you can probably finish them in just like 2 or 3 sittings.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So the official times
that's
are in.
yes,
Okay.
A
go.
Way Out is about 6.5 hours.
Yeah,
It
right.
Takes Two surprisingly says it clocks in about 16, which it did not feel like
Wow.
16 hours. That
No,
game
it
breezed by.
doesn't. Mm,
Split Fiction is apparently around the 14 and a half. But yeah, Brothers, you could knock that out in a sitting easy. It's like 3 hours.
yeah.
That's a real sweet spot, I think, for some co-op games. Obviously,
Mm,
some should be a little bit longer, but yeah, I think that's a nice.
yeah.
Um,
But much to say.
yeah, so I respectfully disagree. And this is going to sound weird because I don't play multiplayer games anymore because I have children. I am too. I just can't. I just can't commit to that. I'll let too many people down, right? But
Mhm.
the reason I disagree is I'm going to play devil's advocate here. This question is very relative to time. At the time of when is it appropriate for you to kind of like have the time to play co-op games? So I consider myself going back in time when I was little, playing multiplayer games, and I loved nothing else but playing co-op games. In fact, finding
Yeah.
co-op games back then was really, really, really hard. SNES 64 PS era. It wasn't really until, you know, Halo came out and you could play the whole campaign in split screen, I'm pretty sure, isn't it? Split screen co-op. And
Mm,
it was perfect. It was
mm,
perfect in every way. And I don't think they need to be shorter. It's just as we've gotten older, our circumstances have changed. A younger
mm,
me would love nothing more than to play all these co-op games with my younger self friends who also
mm.
had equally amount of time to do it. You know what I mean? It's just unfortunate that my responsibilities have got me into a place now where I need to be selective on my time.
Yeah.
So I kind of tend to agree a lot with what Brad said as well. Like, there are some instances in which there are games that you can knock off in 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, or whatever, right? Great. But unfortunately, and maybe this might be a hot take in the future, some games just aren't for everyone, for better or worse, unfortunately. But I can see the point of, as adults, we get minimal time. It's true. We do. It's just doesn't get any easier, unfortunately.
No.
Well, screw devil's advocate. I'd like some shorter games. So I did some googling, and yeah, 100%. Little Nightmares 3 does not include local or split screen co-op, which
That's terrible.
I thought was a
That's
big shock
strange.
because
That
it
is
It's a
is.
terrible.
co-op
So
game.
it's
If
definitely
Unravel
it's
can do it.
online cooperative, but it doesn't look like there's any local. I
But
was quite
you
shocked when I
can-
read that because I was just
can
under the assumption that
you-
there
I'm
was.
shocked now.
Can you control both characters though?
I
Yeah,
believe
it's
it's
not just
AI.
online only. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh,
So
AI.
that's
it will
fine.
be if you've played Little Nightmares 2, so you've essentially have a companion most of that game. My guess is if you're playing Little Nightmares 3 without another person online, you're going to have a similar experience to Little Nightmares 2. That would be my guess.
I thought the
but
AI
we'll
was
see when it
fine.
comes out.
Mm.
Yeah, I had no. Well, you didn't really need to rely on it too much, really.
It's the same
so
screen. How can they not do couch co-op?
I reckon
feel the
they'll
same.
add it. They'll add it later, I reckon.
Just add it now.
In the Game of
It's
the Year
probably not
Deluxe
ready
Edition.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, Halo Infinite promised it too, and that never came to fruition. But
Wow.
anyway.
It's all right. There's still
That's-
time. It might come out. You don't know. Fourth hot take by Craig. That's Craigo's Collects on Instagram now. This is the longish one. I have always felt that Uncharted 4 would have been far better story-wise if Amy Hennig's script was used instead. All I have to go off, because nothing has ever been publicly revealed, is the very original trailer which teased that Sam was actually the main antagonist. To me, this made far more sense for Nate's long-forgotten older brother to hold a vendetta against him after abandoning him. The pirate lore, set pieces, locations, puzzles, enemy confrontations, that Madagascar village sequence, it's in caps lock, so I had to, are phenomenal. I just could never get behind Nate turning his back on Sully and Elena, especially Elena, to go and pursue this treasure with a brother that he thought was dead for 20 years. Now, I think this is going to be the third take in a row that I'm probably going to take this one first, let's be honest.
Well, you
Go
have
for it.
more knowledge of this, right?
You're the Uncharted guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the Nathan Drake fanboy. I enjoyed Uncharted 4 for what it was. Did it feel very weird and very, I don't know, Days of Our Life-esque that his twin brother that was killed 20 years ago rocked up randomly? Yeah, it definitely did. I still think it's a great game. I think if we're talking about length, going back to the last take, I think it runs a little long. I think it's a fitting end to his arc and everything, but the fact he basically just ditches Elena halfway through this goddamn thing and lies to her constantly, it feels very unlike the Nathan Drake that we have seen over the previous games. He kind of comes across like a big asshole. And like, if he was honest with Elena about this brotherly stuff, I think she would have been fine with it. She's a legend, Elena. She's a great character. So that felt so odd and awkward. So you could kind of feel that like Hennig wasn't behind it, because she's incredible. Everything she touches is just phenomenal. So do I think it would have been better if Sam was the antagonist? I think it would have been interesting, and I feel like narratively it would have made a little bit more sense. But I still think the adventure itself was still great. And it's probably up there as one of the first few that I have enjoyed. So I wouldn't say I fully agree with it, but I will say the random dead long lost brother was a weird twist that I wouldn't have guessed coming.
What's the story on the development of this game?
So I actually don't know the behind the scenes that much, to be honest. I know this was more, I believe, Hennig stepped away, and then it was Neil Druckmann, I believe, was also part of the development on this, but don't quote me on that, but I think he was. But yeah, I do feel like the random brother element was a little odd, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. Brad, you're back with us now from the Frozen Lands. Do you want to
I
talk on
am,
this one?
thank you. Yes, I'm quite fresh to this game, as in like just a few months ago. And I think I share the same opinion as you, Jamie. The the weird thing halfway through the game where Nate does kind of like abandon Elena was so weird.
Out of
Uh,
character.
it was so strange. Like,
Feels forced.
yeah, I was like, This is just to keep the plot going. This doesn't make any sense to what we know of Nate in the last 3.5 games we played."
Mhm.
Um, would I have wanted Sam as the main antagonist? No. I still really enjoy Sam as a character, and I really enjoyed um the, I guess, brotherly relationship between Nate and Sam, even in the flashbacks to where they were teenagers. Enjoyed that as well. And I also think Rafe and Nadine were really good antagonists, so I wouldn't really want them replaced as such. Without going into spoilers, I think towards the end, um, Sam was becoming quite an antagonistic to uh, some degree, but um, yeah,
The game's
I
like
only
quite old. You could talk about it.
I still don't like doing spoilers because like it would have been spoilers to me a few months ago. um,
True, true.
How long has it
yeah,
been?
Oh, that's a
since
great question.
for
I think
what
it's been close to 10 years when it came out. I want to
Yeah,
say it was
eight
like
years,
2018,
9
maybe.
years.
Yeah, something like that.
2017, 2016, I think. It's been a while.
Jesus. I still remember reviewing that.
Someone should do a hot take. When is it suitable to spoil a game? At what year can you
I
spoil
think
a game?
never. I think never,
Never,
unless
ever.
it's clearly labeled
Oh,
beforehand. I think
Yeah,
never.
I think
Unless
if you
it's
give
like
a
I don't know about
warning,
that.
you can
unless it's
it's
like a
free
general
reign.
unless it's like a general thing like the Titanic sinks at the end of the movie. Like everyone knows that.
What the
Everybody know that doesn't happen in Titanic.
It's
No.
fine.
Neil
Everyone
first
has
They
a
all
sailed.
live
lovely time and there's
they
no
all live
doors.
happily. Yeah, there's no doors at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to this. Yeah, I really only agree with the Nate turning his back on Sully and Elena part of this. Um, yeah, that's me.
Have
Um.
you played much of the Uncharted games?
Yeah, I played them all in order, but I did it ages ago. I did it 9 years ago, I think it was. So I did 1, 2, 3, then 4. Um. So very similar to Brad, but back then. Um. 1 was okay. 2, one of my greatest of all time. 3,
Mm-hmm.
loved. And 4, I was a little bit 50-50 as well. Like, and
Really?
even after all these years, I'm asking you about the development cycle of this. I should have done a little bit more research into it because it does feel like a game of two games in a way. It felt very different. But
What
I enjoyed
I
it for what it was.
I I don't know where I got this from, but I'm pretty sure they ended up not rushing the end of the development, but like they needed to get that out to start The Last of Us Part 2. I'm pretty sure they were
Part 2 or
I
part
s-
1?
Part 2.
Part two, yeah.
Like
Uncharted 4
yeah.
definitely came out after Last of
Yeah.
Us, the first
Of
one.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Um
I think you feel it definitely had more Last of Us vibes. I feel like in Uncharted 4 at points.
mm. I just remember seeing like a clip of Neil Druckmann saying, "All right, we need to." I don't know if they split the team up. Half of them finished the development of Uncharted 4 and the others started on The Last of Us Part 2, but there was some kind of like clash somewhere in that development with both of those games. I'll have to go back
Yeah.
and rewatch some clips. It might have been, yeah, I don't know. I'll do some research.
I just feel exactly what you said, Brad, and what you both kind of mentioned is it from my memory of it all and my feeling of it all was that he um
Was a dick.
it didn't feel true to the character. Like, do you know what I mean? So
Mm.
like you know when you watch Indiana Jones, you kind of know that's Indiana Jones, unless you watch the recent ones where you're like, what the hell is this? But it's like you know a character through and through and how they would react to certain things, smart ass quips or whatever it is that you want to talk about.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
but this one just felt so jarring. There were so many darker points where it just felt like, why are we doing this? Like you said, is it just to move the story beat to continue? But it was irrelevant at the end of the day. So yeah, it would have been far better if the script was used. And again, maybe it's one of those things with development part of it. You know, they became so successful with what they believe successful was, and they tried to introduce it a little bit more into it, and it kind of ruined it a bit. So, but look, at the end of the day, it sold quite well. I think it ended the story enough. It is what it is at the end of the day now. But yeah, I agree with this hot take.
Mm.
I think it would have been better if they continued down the path of a little bit more optimism, I suppose.
I wouldn't change the game at all.
Yeah, I still really enjoyed it for what it is, as you said. But yeah, you definitely feel the fact. So I searched up. Yeah, Druckmann was the creative director. You definitely feel that in comparison to like the lovable, joyous first few
Yes,
games, whereas this one
correct.
feels that darker thing that Druckmann loves to do. I do like Druckmann, but he does have a certain he likes to do twists and everything like that. So
Yeah,
definitely get those vibes from it. All right, so they were the hot takes for this episode. We'll definitely be back probably next week with some additional hot takes, so be on the lookout for that. But until then, we will be moving over to the next. I forgot what it was called. A Next Play Game Corner. I'm
Oh,
hosting it. It's where I do a question, you do an answer, and we go for a long time because no one knows the answer. So, basically, as I have done previously, we're going to be doing some Next Play Roulette, which is essentially Russian roulette, but I named it Next Play. So
here we go.
I'm going to. I've got 3 different questions. You have to try
Yep.
and name, and we will take turns. Who is below out of you two on the leaderboard? Because I will get them to go
me.
first.
Me.
Brad, you will go first. So the first question. There are 14 in this category.
Ugh.
I have gone to the very
14.
reliable Wikipedia, and I've asked every main series entry of the Assassin's Creed series. So we're just
Okay.
talking mainline. Whatever Wikipedia tells me is mainline, they are the 14 I have here. So Brad, what's your first guess?
Assassin's Creed.
Not there. No, it's there. It's there.
Oh,
Good one.
I was like, what?
I was like, wow, really?
Birdo.
Assassin's Creed 2.
Nailed it.
Assassin's
Brad, you
Creed
go.
3.
Yeah. Correct. Berto.
I don't think there is an Assassin's Creed 4, is there? I think that's
There
when they
is.
started to bring in subtitles.
It has
It
a
does have a
subtitle.
subtitle. Mhm.
Yes.
I would prefer the subtitle, yes. Otherwise, you can go
Yes.
to a different one.
Black Flag.
So, what is the game?
Is it Assassin's Creed Black Flag?
And anything else involved with the title?
4?
It is correct. No help
Hey.
whatsoever. Brad, your go.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Correct. Knocked out the most recent one. We have 9
that-
left, Berto.
Is 4 when they got rid of the number? That's the
Yeah, I
last
don't
one.
think there's any 5s.
I think it is, yes. It definitely is. Because I'm looking at the list. What am I talking about? It's definitely is.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Syndicate is correct. 8 left, Brad.
Assassin's Creed Origins.
Correct. Berto.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Correct. 6 to go, Brad.
You said Syndicate, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was that other one that released? It was like at the same time.
It's like at the same time, yeah, like within a year, I
Yeah.
think it was.
Well, I will play it safe and just go Assassin's Creed Mirage.
I forgot
Miragi
about
is
that
there.
one.
5 left, Berto.
Is it Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Is that right?
Oh, I forgot
That
about
is on
that.
here. There is 4 left. Brad, it's your go.
Yeah, right.
Can I clarify?
said the first-
Is Brotherhood the second game? Or is that
What do
separate?
you-
Isn't there a
you-
subtitle Brotherhood? Assassin's Creed
Is that what
Brotherhood.
you?
Yeah, sure.
That is on here. Yes.
Okay, good.
3 left.
Oh,
Berto.
come on. Like, we chose the middle ones that no one remembers.
Yeah.
One of these is pretty memorable for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, what is it?
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, right. I nearly swore.
The other 2 will be, I think, very difficult for you guys, but one of them is very memorable.
The last one I played was
I know what it
4,
is.
Black Flag. Do you?
I know one of them. Yeah.
So Syndicate, Brotherhood, they were around that time. And this is all before Mirage, wasn't it? Because Mirage was all that
was 2
changed
years
things up.
ago.
Was
Mirage
it?
was very, yeah. Mikey reviewed
Ah.
that from memory.
Oh yeah, he did.
Mm.
What was the Egyptian one?
That was
That's been named.
Origins.
Yeah. So they're in between that one and Brotherhood, isn't it?
Brotherhood's old.
Yes. Brotherhood's old, yes. I would say all
It's
these
in
3, I
between
believe, are
Black
after.
Flag and Origins.
Okay. Yeah. Syndicate.
You can give up if you want.
Just listing everything that we've already said.
Yeah, I'm just stalling for
Assassin's
time until I
Creed
think.
2.
Yeah. Have we said Brotherhood yet?
Us.
Assassin's Creed F.
Yeah.
You can always fold it if you want, or just take a stab in the dark. Get it? Stab in the dark?
That's
Assassin's
pretty
Play?
good.
Yeah. Come on, take a guess.
Okay, hold on. Syndicate. Yeah, I'm lost. I know it's something
Try to
really
say it.
stupid though.
Can I say
Alright, you
it?
give up?
Yep, I give up.
Alright, Brad, what's yours?
Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yes, the shit
Yeah.
show that was Unity. Did you want to try and guess the last 2, Brad?
Is there one called Freedom something? Or is that
Is
a
there?
side game?
There was, I believe there was an expansion for Black Flag, I believe. Freedom Cry or
What-
Freedom something.
Yeah. What do the other 2 start with?
Both start with R.
Revelations.
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 Every
yeah, and
series has Revelations.
And the last one
Oh.
R that no one remembers because it came out at the same time as Unity, but on the PlayStation 3 360 era.
Oh, no, I wouldn't know that.
Assassin's Creed Rogue. It's
Oh,
essentially
Rogue,
using
Rogue.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the better game over Unity. I reviewed both
True.
of these back to back, and that's where my
You
hatred of
did.
the AC series began. It was better than
Downhill
Unity.
from there.
Yes, that really just burnt me out. So first point
That was
goes
good.
to Brad.
I just got to get
Now
1
this-
point. That's all I need to get.
This next one, there's a chance you guys may clean sweep it because there's only 12 here. All right, so we're
Okay.
looking for the 12 characters that were in the original Smash Brothers roster.
Oh,
This
God.
includes unlockables.
Sweet.
Oh,
Only 12
wouldn't
altogether.
know.
So, Berto, you're starting this one.
Okay. Link.
Link is correct.
Mario.
So only 12 characters.
That's what Google told me.
Ah,
All right,
Samus.
Brad, yes. Yeah, Samus is there. Brad, you'll go.
Kirby.
Kirby is correct.
Oh my
Berto.
God, don't do that.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong is there. Correct. Right.
Pikachu.
Pikachu is correct. We're halfway already. Quick game's a good
Really?
game. Berto.
Oof.
Ness.
Ness is there. Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna
Brad.
stuff up here.
There are
No.
still some mainstays, I will say, of at least one.
Revelations.
Fox.
That's the next.
Fox. Yes, Fox McCloud is here. Yeah. Star Fox, the guy that didn't launch on the Switch too. Berto, your go.
Didn't.
Luigi.
Luigi is correct.
Is he?
So technically-
I wouldn't have.
Technically,
thought-
there's one more
wait.
very popular character. The other two, I think you guys will struggle with. Brad.
Oh,
Who have we said?
I'm tossing up between two.
Okay, talk out loud. Oh, wait. No, that might ruin
No,
it and give
no.
it away.
If you said two of them are hard, then it won't be one of them. I'm thinking Yoshi or Peach. I don't think Peach. I'm gonna say Yoshi.
Yoshi is
Yep,
correct.
Yoshi is one.
Yes. Nice work. So there's
How
two
many
left,
left?
Berto.
My favorite, Captain Falcon.
Bloody very impressive. Correct.
Bull crap.
There's-
Now it's up to me to get us a clean sweep.
There's
don't
only
know.
one left. And you will not get this one, even though you will kick yourself
know who it
when I
is.
tell you what it is.
My
know who it
Super
is.
Smash journey began on the Wii.
Mine began on
I've
the
never played this
64.
one either, to be honest. Yeah.
Nah,
Are you
addicted.
kidding? Oh,
Couch
you've never played the
multiplayer.
original.
I love the
Would you?
original. I was
Do you know what
addicted.
it is, Birdo?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. And if I'm wrong, then this will be the biggest fail caught on video.
Would I have played the franchise?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Oh,
I
do.
doubt you will get
100
this, though.
I'm gonna be dumb.
150,000%.
I don't know if this character was in the first one. Is it Jigglypuff?
Mm.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude.
Very impressive.
Is
you
it?
pulled that out of
Good work.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Hey.
Jigglypuff is correct.
Nice. When
I
I,
was
said
not confident that
Pikachu,
you would get that.
when I said Pikachu, I was like, they wouldn't have had two Pokemon in a roster of 12. But yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That was very
So what
well
do we
done.
do for that? Do we
Oh,
both get a
I've-
point? I think we both deserve a point.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that. You guys did good work to actually clean sweep it. So I will give
Thank
you a
you.
point each. Is that who you were going to guess, Berto?
Yeah, Jigglypuff. Yeah. Because she does
Oh.
that singing one. You hold a
Yeah.
button down and you put people to sleep next to you, and
That
then you
one.
smash them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the third question, this one has 20 on it. Now,
Jesus
this is more
Christ.
relevant. So I want to know the top 20 games on Metacritic for
Oh,
2025 as of last Sunday when I researched.
Oh,
So
You're lucky because I was looking through it the other day.
I have
so-
seen graphics on it in the last week. However, my memory is not that
I don't
great.
remember much. Yeah.
So there are some on here that you guys will get no problems. There are some
Yeah.
on here you won't get at all, and then there's some that technically I wouldn't say they should be on here, but Metacritic
Yeah,
says they
okay.
are. So
Yeah.
all right,
Well,
so Brad, you
we'll
will start us
with
off.
those. Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
That's number 2 of the year, Berta.
Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition.
That is the best game of the year so far. Brad,
Expedition 33.
is the third best game of the year. Claire Obscure is correct. Berta.
Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Number 5 for Silk Song. Correct. Brad.
Blueprints.
Number 4. We've knocked out the entire top 5. Good work, everyone. Brad, correct. Berta, Yoga.
Now, this one, I'm not sure. I could lose it entirely here.
Mhm.
Hades 2. Is that classified as...
I
accurate?
think that's technically the highest right now. I think
Now, keep in mind, I
Yeah.
researched this last Sunday. Not the
Okay.
Sunday that just passed.
Oh, not just the one just passed? Oh,
don't,
okay.
don't
Sorry,
I
I
will
meant-
let
I
you
thought you
skip
missed-
that if I was
Yeah.
confusing with
Yeah.
when I said it, because I prepped for last week's episode
Yeah.
on the week.
Okay.
I'm just going to
Yeah.
pretend and then that way we can continue. So yeah,
All
definitely.
right, yeah.
Not Hades 2. Because it
I
hasn't
don't know
been
when
released
Hades
yet.
2 actually came out. When did that actually come out?
Tomorrow.
Was it not out?
No,
Autumn.
Monday.
like within a few days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it's
yeah.
actually the highest reviewed game right now. I think.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
overtaken Zelda's.
Good to hear. Fantastic studio. Berto, go again.
Split Fiction.
Number 6. You're just working your way down, guys. So we got the top 6 already.
Well, I'm
Brad,
not gonna
you'll
get
go.
7.
Wow,
Sorry.
that's impressive.
I am going to
It
say
is.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh, damn you! I was going to say that one.
Number 14. It is on the list. I really need to
Okay.
play that. Berto.
All right, already forgetting what came out this
Can
year.
you share what number was? Sorry, what score? Do you know what score Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has?
88.
Okay.
It's very tight from...
Yeah, it would be.
So from 7 down to 20, it's only 4 points. Right? It goes from 91
Okay.
all the way down to 87.
That
So they're all
helps
very
me,
tight.
though.
I'm going to take a gamble because we're going to be here forever. There's an RPG that got released. I don't know if it was last week though. This is one of those things where it could be depending on time. But is Trails of the Sky Chapter 1 for the Nintendo
That
Switch? Is that released in your time or not?
Oh, I don't think
Trails
so.
in the Sky first
is it?
chapter is number
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
91.
That
you're
did review very well.
I told you guys to buy it too.
It's a good
'cause it's gonna
series,
sell
I've
out
heard.
already.
Did I buy
Yeah.
it? I can't remember if
Get
I
it on
did
the
or not.
Switch before it sells out. Physical.
You heard it here first.
Yes, I did it straight away.
Okay.
Watch
so-
sales spike for that game because we've mentioned it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's $100
Alright.
bucks already.
All right. So
Brad, you'll go.
I'm gonna go. Trying to think. What the hell did?
Talk out loud.
Don't do that.
It's better for
Don't
the
do
audio
that.
listeners.
Yeah, true. I'm trying to think. Bodo
Getting
gave
anxious.
a game a 10 earlier this year. I'm trying to work out what that was.
Who did?
Oh, yeah,
Birdo.
I did. You're right.
I can't
should
even
really
remember what
look
it
at
was.
myself.
You just gave him one, didn't you? Now he
Yeah,
knows.
you did.
Yeah,
Like,
but
oh, I just
I
became
think
self-aware.
better when I think out loud, and I thought it would come to me. But I'm just gonna say Mario Kart World, even though it doesn't deserve that. But
Bow, bow.
Really?
Not on the list.
oh,
No, not on my list.
oh, so it should.
Birdo.
So it shouldn't.
So-
I mean,
So that has you
Um,
guys tied, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to keep going with the top 20 though, Birdo. I want to see how many you can
Okay.
get before we go to the bonus question, which fortunately I did prep a few weeks ago and never used it.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
oh, true. Yeah.
That's number 7, correct? You haven't
is what
reviewed
it
a few
was, yeah.
on this list, Berto. A few of these you have reviewed.
Shinobi.
Number 18, very impressive. 87, that one.
Was Silent Hill F released before you did this? I don't think it was, hey,
No, it wasn't.
because it was only last week.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so that was a Sunday before. Xeno.
Chronicles X
Blade.
Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 20. I don't think you might not get any more of these, but do you want to keep going or do you just want me to call them out?
It's
I
Monster
just don't
Hunter
know what
Wild.
else would be less.
Or World.
Monster Hunter is, yeah. It's 12. So we're missing
Lies
1,
of
2, 3, 4, 5,
P
6, 7, 8.
Isn't
No, it's not.
there? No.
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 Why
You guys
isn't
give
it
up
though?
when we just read some out? I don't know why it's there. I didn't make the list. All right, I'm just going to go through them. I don't
Yep.
know how to pronounce this one. Despelote or Despelote.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know anything about that one. That's number 9.
Mm.
Talos Principle Reawakened even is
Yeah,
number
okay.
10.
I got to buy that one.
The very not boring Death Stranding 2 is 11.
Oh, forgot about that.
Abiotic Factor. I believe this was the game Nate was talking about in the Discord.
Yeah.
Eartheon. I don't know it. Sword of the Sea. Great game. Good to see it
Really?
reaching the top
I didn't
20.
realize
Yeah.
it was that high.
88 it's got. What did I give it? 8.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, spot on. Monster Train 2, and the other one was Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. Now, I actually
Yeah,
have that on my wish
never would've
list.
got
That
that.
looks quite fun.
Never would have got that.
All right, so you're both on 2. Now, this is going to be a just buzzer thing in, and it's very much related to what we just did. So I want people to say their name as soon as they know it.
Yes.
Who I hear first is who I will
Oh,
ask.
I've got a delay every time, man.
Oh,
I'm
well,
freezing
sucks for
every
you.
5 seconds.
Well, sucks for everybody. I'll just take the point.
Yeah.
All right, so just be quick. All right, so at
Yes.
the midpoint of the year, the date,
Yes.
June 27,
Yes.
which video game had the highest Metacritic score?
Better.
Brad.
I heard Birdo clearly. Berto?
What date again? June 27th.
Yes.
It was Blueprints.
Incorrect. Brad?
Okay.
Was it? I'm guessing it's different to what your list said. Is it Expedition
Yeah,
33?
this is older. It is, yes. Brad gets it on the tiebreaker, yeah. I think Blueprints
Perfect.
was maybe second at the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a
I
couple
just
of
wasn't
months ago, literally halfway through the month, the year.
Didn't
sorry.
remember when Expedition came out.
Oh, geez. I was very impressed by that, guys, especially the clean sweeping of the Smash Bros.
I mean,
really
like,
good
the
work.
last time we did that was a train wreck, so I'm glad we redeemed ourselves.
Yeah, I think going for shorter of these next play roulettes is much better. So
Yep.
now that that's all done, a scoreboard sits as now I'm at the bottom of you guys. So I'm on 23. Brad and Berto tied at the top.
Yep.
On 24. Now, Brad, you're not normally up the top. Is this your first time up there? Or?
It is.
Actually, I was on top for one episode a few weeks ago, and then you returned and dethroned me. So
Yeah, and then the world kept spinning the way it should be. Yeah,
did,
no, well, there we go. We'll
unfortunately.
see what happens in the next episode. But anyways, thank you very much for watching us. Go through some hot takes, and you can go and check out Birdo's review of Silent Hill F over on nextplay.com even. And we will be back in the next episode. So thank you very
Yes.
much for joining us, and take care.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.